Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here back with more iRacing, this time around GT3 Sprint at Brands Hatch. Yeah, been a while since I've done any GT3 racing of course, and seemingly as I keep getting murdered in the Porsche Cup at the moment, I thought we'd jump in to this race today. Those tyre marks there are definitely not why I didn't do a qualifying lap, but we are meant to be starting P19 as the number 19 car here. 2.4k SOF, so going to be a tough old race here today, and to be honest, if we can make up places through the formation lap, I'd be very, very happy there. As you can see, leaders, I have no idea what's going on at the front, but that does not bode well for the start of this race there. It is going to be green flag racing,
20 minutes left.
And I'm expecting some carnage now down at turn 1. Just nice and easy on the way in.
Left side.
No, seemingly.
He's still there.
Through turn 1 at least, everyone pretty well
Clear
behaved.
left.
Just going to try and keep on the inside of this guy. We've actually got quite a nice variety of cars in this one. We've got Porsche, we've got BMWs, we've got a couple of Ferraris lurking around.
Clear left.
Yeah,
On your left.
Nice to see,
Clear left.
I suppose.
Left side.
A little bit wide at the bottom of the hill. I think
Hold your
one
line.
guy actually didn't make the start of the
Still
race
there.
as well, so as we
Still
try and
there.
hook it up around the outside of this BMW
Hold
as
your
we head
line.
out onto the back
Clear
straight.
left. Good work on the
Wide.
start, mate. This is great.
I mean, we went nowhere, but crew chief seemingly happy with it. And I guess now we're just going to have to slot back in as cars 2x2 as we head through the Grand Prix layout. Very, very tough start. Of course, like I said, we are the lowest iRacing player in the lobby, and at the moment, yeah, not feeling very confident in iRacing just through lack of time in recent weeks. Of course, been focusing on F1 22 recently. So Porsche have a look at the inside, but I've got to try and make moves. Can't afford just to sit around all afternoon. So I think the HSBC logo car, thought we were going to send it in towards the final corner there, so tried to be cautious, but yeah, don't want to be too aggressive either. It's cost us a lot of good races in recent weeks.
16th place.
Crew chief for 16th? No, definitely not. 18th place there, minus 75 I rating if we were to finish here, so we do probably need to try and get a move on. Back end struggling for grip behind us, but yeah, of course, these races. Love that!
Car right. Clear right. Incident in. Surtees. You think it might be lively? Well done. Nice front now.
Well, it's all kicking off then on lap 2 of this race. I'm guessing we've got quite a bit of splitter damage as well from that one. Just nowhere we could go in that situation. Just Carl's Constantina up. As we just, yeah, unfortunately, it was always bound to happen. Someone was going to end up
There's
not
an
being able to
incident
slow down in
in
time.
Westfield. Yellow flag.
So there's more cars going off. So they'll have another place then. But chaotic scenes on just lap 2 here from Brands Hatch. But yeah, just horrible one of those moments where you can't really do a lot about it. Top end speed doesn't seem that far down. I mean, this isn't a particularly high speed orientated circuit. But yeah, we're probably going to lose a bit of performance, though definitely it was. I mean, the BMW's built pretty tough, but it was still a fair old whack.
That lap time was 127.85.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's just a combination of heavy fuel as well, of course, but front end doesn't quite feel what it once was. But yeah, still up 2 spots though on that lap, and definitely still a few more cars to have in this race. Yeah, it is a 20-minute race, so about 15 laps ahead of us here at Brands. So we have still got time to sort of close back in.
P16.
Now, I might jump back into some of the VRS races next season, the 40-minute ones, but I'll have to wait and see as to what happens. Because more importantly, can we focus on trying to close up the gap to this Porsche in front? That's should be the priority at the moment. It's just trying to be smooth on the steering as well. You know, Brands Hatch is really attractive. You've got
The
to
gap in front is now
open it up,
1.7.
be as smooth as possible. But this lap's felt pretty good, so we should get a comparison at the
There's
end
an
of this
incident
one.
in Sterling's.
Oh,
Yellow
another
flag.
one gone.
Caution.
2 more gone. It's all
The
kicking
leader
off.
has just done a 121.06.
And this is the joy of the sprint racing format on iRacing. Does generally mean, you know, people take risks, people make errors. You know, because if you lose one place, you might never regain it. Then again, sometimes
V14.
other people make
That's the
mistakes,
fastest lap.
and we just gain places. Let's take that nice checker curve through turn 1, and we were faster than the guy in front that last lap. This is good. And now, only minus 33 Iracing.
Incident in Surtees. It looks like cock.
Excuse me, crew chief? Oh, all smoke. Someone else gone? No. But yeah, just got to keep hitting our marks then. Try and stick close to this Porsche. He's one of the other lower I-rating drivers.
To go. Don't think about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex.
Crew chief spot on though. We should be working on our consistency at the moment. It's a nice run through there. Whoa, both myself and the Porsche there just running a little bit wide. Always forget just how much curb you can take through there as well. You know, it really is a track where you just got to chuck it in, have full confidence in the vehicle underneath you. That's why I ended up going with the BMW. It was probably this or the Ferrari. I would not fancy doing this in the Porsche or the Lambo. Still the two cars designed for psychopaths. Very, very quick if you can get a good setup on them, but...
Yellow flag.
Oh! There's a car on his side! What's happened there? We've gained about 3 more spots, I think, through that. Brands Hatch is just a fight for survival today. I'm adamant I saw a car rolling over through the first couple of turns, and... I mean, at the moment, perhaps getting involved in that small incident early on has actually been such a bad thing. Because so many cars are just taking each other out. A little bit wide through there still, but yeah, he's trying to get the slipstream of this guy as well, though. I mean, we could be up almost into the top 10 here, despite the incident we got involved in. I'm not really sure if it's costing us much time at all, to be honest. The damage doesn't feel like it's affected the car's balance very much. And sometimes you just worry that it's a bit of placebo as well. There is a nice run through there. Just got to try and make the track, like I said, get as close to the grass as you can. But, you know, even if you get one wheel on the grass, though, it can pretty much be all over around Brands Hatch. You know, such an old school circuit. Really does invite those sorts of errors. It's through the final corner. Seem to be able to get on the power quite nicely. Seem to take a little bit of time out of the Porsche. How many places, though, did we gain? Was it the 3 that I thought it was?
P11. You've just done a 122.
Yes, it was. So that is not the line through turn 1.
The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines.
Definitely didn't cut the track there, but definitely was not the line either. But yeah, now, if we jump the Porsche, we're into a positive I rating, which I never would have thought we would have got on lap 1 next. Like I said, we're the lowest rated car in this split. I mean, we've got guys with upwards of 3k I rating here. Let's just keep our head down and keep pushing. Gotta be careful of the guys behind, though. Don't think he's taking much time out of me, but you know, if we start battling the Porsche, he could be right with us very quickly.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you,
another
mate.
one gone.
There's an incident in Sterling's.
How many cars are going to DNF or crash out in this race? It is completely a race of attrition. And now, yeah, we're pretty much back up to 10th then, just from freebies.
P10, nail every corner. Let's take whatever chances we can.
Get right up towards the gravel again, though, despite the mistake last lap. And now, just got to be careful. Racing wheel to wheel. Because this guy definitely not confident on the brakes. He seems to like to get on the throttle rather early, as that was a bit ragged on the exit, but yeah, he's not confident on the brakes. Gotta learn your opponent. Gets a little bit loose and lively there. Just don't think there's really going to be much opportunity around the back half of the lap. Might be able to get a good run in towards the final corner there as he's just nicking wheels on the grass, trying to find time. We get very, very close to the grass there. Thought we were just going to skim it. But, you know, Brands Hatch, like I said, it's an old school circuit, and that normally means they're quite narrow as well. And in big, shouty GT3 cars, that can be quite difficult then to try and make a move. But we just got to keep filling his mirrors, lean on him as best as possible, as we're pretty much now halfway through in this event.
That lap time was 1:22.79. Sectors 1 and 3 are 0.6 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.28 off the pace. We're halfway home. Fuel looks okay. You've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to go. Keep digging.
Yeah, so just gotta... I mean, doesn't seem out the realms of possibility this guy could make an error.
Keep the pressure on. Don't give him a break.
Crew chief, yep, bang on. Keep the pressure on. Braking later there and still getting a better apex. And the guy in front tugging to some slipstream. And he's aware of it. He's going to go defensive down the back straight. So we're going to try and be a pain here. Around the outside we go. No move coming off there unless we can get a switch back on him. No, not quite. He hangs on beautifully positioned there from the Porsche. But it is starting to cost us a little bit of time to the guy in front. So I'm sure, yeah, the Porsche is a very, very lively experience around here, especially through this half of the lap. I wouldn't have much confidence in the rear end of that thing trying to stick to the ground. It's always that worry in the BMW. Sometimes, every once in a while, the front end just washes out wide, you know, so much weight over those front wheels.
Sector 2 is 0.47 off the pace.
That's a good example there, just through turn 1. You unsettle that front. Oh, there's again the Porsche. Whoa. I mean, yeah, we are really...
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 33 Celsius.
I'm trying to do my best BMW impression, you know, get right on the rear bumper of the guy in front, and so far the Porsche isn't budging. If we can force an error, that would be really, really nice in this race. But just dropping back slightly as we head out onto the back straight. Oh, that was not the line through there either. Focus, regroup. The gap has not opened up by much at all. It's every lap he's clipping the grass through there. Oh, he gets really wide though, and that's immediately, that's what I mean. Just invites us back onto his rear wing, and it's a good little battle up to now. We just got to keep trying to see if we can force the error. I think we're hitting our markers quite nicely. There we go, nice run out the final corner. Right up on him again. Like I said, trying to do my best BMW driver impression. He turns in way too early into turn 1. Is that going to allow me a run up the hill as we look to the inside in towards turn 2?
Clear left.
Park it there nicely on the apex. I think he was going to try and switch back, but realised we didn't overshoot.
Good pass.
So we're just going to sit through the next corner, get on the power nicely, and that's a proper move done here at Brands Hatch. Like I said, he doesn't seem confident on the brakes in that thing. Oh, as he actually again makes another mistake there. We get a really nice run on the exit, maximising the track width, and immediately there we go. We've got a 1 second margin. So from 19th and last on the grid, now up into the top half of this field, can we now gap 3.7 to the guy in front? So despite all the battling, we have taken time out of Alex just in front of me. Not too sure what car he's in.
Away. The gap behind is now 1.3.
So, we've pretty much just immediately left this guy in our dust, but can we close up another gap? It's going to be a tall order. See, we'll do some qualifying, we'll do some lap time, comparisons at the end of this one. Of course, we did have to make that move on this lap, so we lost a fair chunk of time. He's gone around 22.5.
P9, your last lap time was at 22.82.
So we can definitely close up this gap then if we start nailing lap times. Keep pushing right to the very end, but don't do anything stupid either. It's the fine balance. Lines like that really help you out, just give you that little bit of extra oomph down the next straight. But that's one corner where I just never quite seem to be able to hit the apex there as well. Really trying to open it up. Out onto the back straight, they're just having to blend out the throttle ever so slightly, and you can see just those little errors allow him just that little bit of breathing space. So now, not really going the right way. So perhaps he's...
That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
Car behind still trying to hang on though, so better not forget about him.
Come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits, apexes and exits. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes.
It's just corners like that, you know, if you don't get it absolutely nailed, you lose time on the way in and on the way out. What is the time going to be? He set to 22.4. I think we're going to be about the same, 22.5. So we actually pulled away a tenth that lap. So we get a nice tidy run through turn 1 there, getting right up to the gravel on the exit. Just kicking out the back end ever so slightly, you know, let the traction control do what its job. But try not to let it ruin the fun too much either. That's the key. Just try to slow down a little bit extra on the way in, and it's going to help us on the way out there. Probably shouldn't have short shifted when I did. Felt like the car bogged down ever so slightly, but still the right sort of idea. Just experimenting a little bit with the lines. See now, just pushing that a little bit more, having that little bit more confidence in the car is allowing us to take some time out of him. It's actually going to be a new PB for the race as well, so that's good.
You're 2 tenths down in all 3 sectors.
And that's all crew chief can come up with. There was a horrible run through turn 1. All that time we just gained pretty much is going to go again. See, I mean, that time we were a second faster. So he definitely made a couple of little mistakes as well there, but it also shows what we're still capable of on these tyres. Actually, I think, to be honest, yeah, shifting up there is about the right place to do it. See, we got an even better run that time round off the corner, so there is still a battle going on up the road. With, what, 2-3 laps to go then of this event, so you know there might still be more places to be had here. Everyone seemingly making errors in this sprint. That was the line we needed. Whoa, you almost spoke too soon. Yeah, despite the early error, this lap we've recovered it pretty nicely.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
2 seconds now, the gap.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 35 Celsius.
Still not quite getting the car where I needed it through that first corner. Oh no! That's an annoying one.
What about track limits?
It's a horrible line that time. Bounced off the RPM limiter and then changed up at exactly the wrong point, as they are still battling hard in that little gaggle up the road. Don't throw it away now.
P9.
Come on, gap still hovering about 2 seconds.
Got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Not really relevant, crew chief. White flag's out. Are we going to see a last lap? Some aggression from that gaggle of cars up the road. Are we going to get any more freebies from this race? There is again just getting right up. That time round, 2 wheels dipped in the gravel. It's actually 4 cars. I didn't even realise that. This is a battle that extends pretty close up to the podium then in this race. But I think they're all a bit line astern at the moment. It's not looking likely for us, but you never know. Just going to keep pushing. Yeah, they've all definitely held each other up quite badly in the second half of this race, but that's what good racing's all about sometimes. I mean, the Porsche hasn't
You're gaining
hung
on this
on,
guy.
but he
The
hasn't
gap's now
lost
1.8
dropped back
seconds.
too badly. So we head through the final
That's
sector
2
then
minutes
of
left.
this
2
race.
minutes.
I think if this had been a fixed a 40-minute session, could have been rather interesting. Oh, there we go. Moves being made down towards the finish line then.
We think
Here at
P2
Brands
has gone off
Hatch.
in Paddock Hill. Morgan is leading the race.
So we head out the final corner though from P19 on the grid. A bit of carnage early on in the race there, and we got a lot of freebies late on to still end up coming through in P9
Okay,
there.
that's the
Gained
end.
some
Good
eye
finish,
rating
mate.
as
Well
well.
done.
19 in the green, which is absolutely love to see that. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like and get yourself subscribed. And yeah, we'll be back very, very soon with more iRacing.